What's up, guys? I am back with a tuning video. So like I said in my previous video, if you don't watch that video, go watch it now. This is me previewing what this channel is going to be. If you're fun for my main channel over here, so you know what the deal is going on here. So I'm back to tuning cars, and specifically I'm gonna tune cars I haven't tuned before. So today we are starting off with the 2022 Dodge Challenger Superstock. I want to tune this car, but I didn't get it when it came out for whatever reason. I forgot where I was at or what I was doing, but I didn't get it. So it was hard to get. At first it was impossible to freaking get. They were sold out. You couldn't octoswipe, and it was a freaking nightmare. So I forgot how I got this car, but I got it. So today I have two tunes for you. I have a stock motor tune, and then I have a swap tune, which is the 8.9 liter V8. So that being said, let's get on to it. Okay, so this is the stock motor tune. I'm gonna show you how the upgrades. So this, I went turbo instead of supercharger because you can get that little extra horsepower, and with the anti-lag, you're not really missing the supercharger torque because the anti-lag, it brings up the torque. And plus, in Forza, the turbos are just better. But other than that, I have everything else maxed out. You know, maxed out engine, maxed out brakes, rally suspension. For y'all who don't know about the drag suspension, rally suspension is the suspension to go to. And transmission, I did the race transmission. I didn't do the 4-speed or anything because I like the extra gearing for longer races instead of doing a 4-gear tune. Then you just limit it to quarter miles specifically or half miles or whatever. So if you don't take this on a roll race or whatever, you have the extra gearing to go how fast the car can go. So now let me show you the tune. Okay, we got the tune here. We got tire pressure, front 55, rear 15, gearing, final drive 2.20, first gear 4.60, second gear 3.14, third gear 2.30, fourth gear 1.77, fifth gear 1.43, sixth gear 1.22, seventh gear 1.05, and eighth gear 0.89. As you can see in the graph, I have the gearing very tight. Like again, for the accelerate, this is a big heavy car, so you're gonna need it to get going, and the acceleration and keeping it in the torque is key when you slow down by aero, because it's like a brick move through the air, and the weight. Alignment, camber, front and rear 0, toe, front and rear 0, angle caster 7. My anti-roll bars, I have front and rear all the way stiff. Springs, front and rear all the way soft, right height all the way up. Rebound stiffness, front I have at 1, rear I have at 8. Bump stiffness I have at 9.9, and rear I have at 1.5. I have no aero. Braking I have at 70%, and differential I have acceleration 100 and deceleration 60. Okay, so this tune is called Car Things Drag S. S is for stock motor. The shared tune code is 342-714-405. All right, now you're going to see it in action. So now I'm going to show you how it runs at the quarter mile. All right, so you want to do your burnout. Get a nice little fat burnout in. Get back over here into advanced stock control. You want to rev it as high as you can, right about 4,000 RPM, and let it rip. $158 for a car make 1,000 horsepower. It's not that fast, but it's not the slowest of all the cars. So you're not about a mid-range car to make 1,000 horsepower. I mean, for what it is and the weight, it get down to the boogies. So now let's show you the half mile. Here we go. Let's do a little burnout. Okay, nice and sticky. Get up there again, high as you can, right about 4,000 RPM, and let it rip. But really prioritize a short track on this thing. A top end is not that great, so a good launch is key. And 180 on the shorter end is not that bad, but when you get to the half mile, it gets kind of bad, you know. And like I said, it's a big brick, like a parachute, so the top end not that great, but I try to salvage the gearing as much as possible just to get as much acceleration that it can be, because you know it's aero limited. So now we're going to the swap. We're gonna see what 1,500 horsepower can do with this weight. Okay, so this is now the swapped motor one. We went with the 8.9 liter. Like I said, you see this thing has 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. A freaking insane torque. So the same thing for other tune, everything maxed all the way, all the upgrades to the highest they can possibly go. All right, skip to tune. Tires, front 55, rear 15. Gearing, final drive 2.20. See, the first gear is a little out there because of the fact that insane torque it has. First gear 3.43, second gear 2.63, third gear 2.07, fourth gear 1.70, fifth gear 1.43, sixth gear 1.23, seventh gear 1.06, eighth gear 0.94. Alignment, camber, front and rear 0, toe, front and rear 0, angle caster 7, anti-roll bars, front and rear all the way stiff, springs, front and rear all the way soft, right height all the way up, rebound stiffness, front 1, rear 8, bump stiffness, front 9.9, rear 1.5. Nothing air gyro, braking at 70%, differential acceleration 100, deceleration 0. The tune is called Car Thinks M, and the shared tune code is 130337873. Now you see the tune. Now let's show you what this thing actually can do. All right, we're at a quarter mile with the 8.9 liter. For some reason, the 8.9 liter does not allow you to do advanced launch control. It only revs up to about wherever it revs up to, usually around like 3,700 RPM usually. So I have to craft the tune around that. And this thing has so much torque. You have to do a kind of a light launch to get it going, or just gonna obliterate the tires. Even though this car has like 345 or something like that. So that being said, let's do a burnout. Let's get into it. I do a little big burnout for this sucker. All right, like I said, it revs up to what it revs up to, and you just let it rip. Yeah, this thing has so much torque. Boom, 176. Not bad, but better than 154 or whatever the stock motor has. Again, for a car makes it 1,500 horsepower, not the fastest, but for what all the car can do, this is the best I can get it to go. All right, now let's do the half mile. All right, we're at the half mile. Let's do a little burnout. Let's get lined up again, as high as it can go, and let it rip. Let's see, it almost spun there. They got so much torque, it's insane. Okay, 200. 200 is very slow. If you know in your cars, that is slow. Like 200 is like the standard, like okay, that car's fast. Under 200 is like, but with 50 on the horsepower getting 200, like not the best car. But so quickly, I'm gonna show you an example on why I say going under 200 miles an hour in a quarter mile with a 1,000 horsepower car is pretty slow. I'll show you this car, for example. Here's his stats compared to the super stock stats, and I'm gonna show you what this car can do with the same horsepower, just less weight. I see there 196 makes 197, like significantly under the 200 mark than this car. This car, you can get 200 miles an hour. That's a quick example of what I'm talking about, so they get perspective on the difference. So let's get back to the video. I mean, it looks good. Got the wide body going on. So, I mean, for what this car can do, this is the best this car can possibly perform. So, I mean, this is what it is. It's just limited. But yeah, so that's the super stock. I hope y'all enjoyed, and let me know down in the comments any other cars you want me to tune down below, or any other style videos you want me to do. With that being said, appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.